Hi, hey, hello, and welcome back to yet another fun installment, fun, informative installment of Bubble Blowers. This time we're gonna start our whole fun exploration of Oasis Springs. Now, there's lots of diamonds on there, but I don't play everybody. Like, I don't play the land grabs. Only reason why it's green is because apparently they got 3 babies now. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to go help with them. Only families that I'll probably explain to you here is the Alto residents, the Bricks residents, of course the Oran High School Host Club residents. Um, we don't have to go into detail on the Caliente residents. Like, there's only one person there that's not even really related to them that's remotely important. They're yeah. Oh, the Sevilla residents, that's not important. I just had to put them there because they got put out. And the Henson residents. So those are going to be the only ones that we go over. Like, yeah, there's people, other places, but who cares? When he get a kid? Wait, where his mama go? Hmm? His mama, anyway. I don't know. This game been killing everybody. Okay, so first we're going to start at the first point of interest in this in Oasis Springs, which is this. It's the now Alto residence. Well, no, it's always been the Alto residence. This one's like a hub for like a lot of interesting stuff, I'll say. Yeah, lots to unpack here. Maybe even possibly more so than with the Morrison residence, the initial Morrison residence, because this kind of branched out into like a whole bunch of interesting and yeah, some of the people from here got some mileage on them, I guess you can call it. Ooh, 616. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so all right, so this house originally started with the original roommates. You had, this was Holly's room. Halle is a famous actress turned painter. This room used to belong to, why I can't remember that girl name. Hold up. Oh, of course the baby ain't gonna know. We'll check him. It's one of his ex-lovers. Oh, no, she's not there either. Holly. No. Halle. Halle Bradley. Yes. This room used to originally belong to Halle Bradley. As you can see, it's since been turned into an art room. I digress. Okay, this room over here, which is a kid's room now, you got a little chunky baby. Look at her. Look at her cheeks. Don't you want to just squish them? She got squishy cheeks. Anyway, yep, two little girls stay here. We'll get into who they are because that's another long story there. But yeah, this room used to belong to, wait, what was all that in the thing? Why are all the toys in here? Why is there a fish? I don't know. Let me be trifling, leave it in here. Why are there gold facial masks in here? Bruh. There's ash in here. Kids can have that. clicking this 20 times. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, this room used to be I'm like, what's her name? Used to be I's room. And this room here, it now belongs to Misaki. However, it used to belong to, originally, it belonged to Raraha. I want to say her name is. Y'all don't make me lie. I do not know how to pronounce that girl's name. I'm just saying. So yeah, it used to originally belong to her. So I'll go upstairs next. I gotta show you one more room. 127. Okay, so this room up here is and has always belonged to him. Shariah. He was the original owner of the house who decided he wanted to get roommates. And decided that he only wanted female roommates because hoe. Pretty much because hoe. Hoe is life. So, yeah. You see, one thing you'll notice when I have babies, like bassinets, I like to put this underneath them. Man's got plenty of kids underneath his thing. He's fathered quite a few. Like I said, he began to have relations with each of the roommates. Except it was kind of like hidden from, like he was hiding it from all of them. Then Rara got she got pregnant. She moved out. Something crazy happened with the baby. Yeah. No. I take that back. She didn't get pregnant. First person to get pregnant was actually Misaki's mama. Misaki's mama, who did not live here at the time. My. She was the grocery delivery person, and all his roommates was getting on his nerves, so he just so happened to knock her up. However, before that even happened, like I said, I can't remember what happened. Rara moved out. Oh yeah, she found her a rich boy sponsor or two. or two. The or two is for good reason. The or two. Yeah, ties into a house that ties into this house twice. But we'll get there. So she moved out. So then after she moved out, they were looking for another roommate. So they brought in Emily. Emily was a college student at the time. So, she came in and she was like, going to school full time. She was younger than the other women. So he's like, So, he still continued to womanize and play his way around the house. That lamp make it look like he got the biggest gap. That's funny. The whole hiccups. Sorry. So, excuse me. Emily was here. He got real close to Emily, and then he's like, "Oh, some," and he was like her first boyfriend and all this other stuff. So it's kind of bad. And he was like, "Oh yeah." So he proposed to her, and it's like, "Oh, we can get married," and blah blah blah, and yeah. So they were engaged, and because he refused to even date any of the other women, especially Halle, they got jealous, very very jealous, and Halle was like, So then, like I said, Misaki, I mean, no, my and Halle got pregnant at around the same time. My still didn't stay here, but then because, no, actually, I take that back. My and Halle did not get pregnant at the same time. I'm forgetting something. Halle got pregnant, and she got all hormonal, decided to pick a fight. She started a fight with Emily. Emily had already made friends with, a couple of with all of the Oron host members. So, they were like, yeah, she was like, oh my God, like Halle put her hands on her, but she didn't want to put her hands back on her because she was pregnant. So, she left. She left. She went. They told her, her friends told her she could come stay with them. Blah blah blah. Even though they really ain't got no space, but we're not gonna get into that. That's a story for another day. So she left the house completely. So Halle was feeling all triumphant, like I did that, right? Whatever. So everybody in the house hated her. Like her reputation was trash after that for the longest time. And like she got put out the house. He was like, he's like, so you just gonna try to beat my fiance because you can't beat my fiance? And it was like, well, and then like she broke up with him because, first Halle was pregnant, and then that's around the time that they found out that Ma was pregnant, and Ma was there, and he invited her over, and she was sitting on the couch. Like I said, Halle was already pregnant, and he just like, kissing Ma and all this stuff right in front of Emily, like, it don't even matter. So she was like, screw all this, and she left. She moved on. Second roommate that moved on. So he decided to move Ma in, but he really liked Ma, so he let her stay up here with him and gave the room that used to be Emily's room to her daughter, which Misaki is her daughter, and she's still here. She's had this same room since she was a kid. Yeah. So yeah, this is Misaki's room. They've made some alterations to it, including like adding this balcony, because she used to go out there and she was a scout, and he wanted her to socialize more and stuff like that, and so yeah, that's why if you look, it's a very fun room. Halle and I helped her decorate it because Halle loves Misaki to death. Like, she was like a second mom, especially after her mom died. Because first he started collecting, the little Marcian figures, and turned the emotions on or whatever, and it just got real silly, and he laughed himself to death. So by the time that happened, like I said, Misaki had the baby. Ma had the baby, and he used to live in here. His name was Milo. Yeah, Milo. Wait, we could look at her thing better and just look at all her damn siblings. Yeah. Yeah. See, they had a lot of, well, not really, not as many as it seems. Okay. So, okay, I'll have to explain this. So, this right here is Chandler Fujita, right? Baby got snatched. I didn't get to remove that from the family. But then I was like, well, we'll just pretend that the baby's there. So, this is Chandler Nobody, which was adopted in this one house that we have not gotten into, that a lot of the kids that I just didn't want to deal with are located. Well, yeah. This is Cruz. Cruz is Cruz. Chandler and Cruz. We got to get Cruz to go somewhere before they took him. So, no, we didn't. Because this was Cruz. Yeah. So, she had Milo. Yeah, so she had 3 brothers. Cruz, Milo, and Chandler. Cruz and Chandler were like the last babies that they had. Like I said, they were up there. The only reason why they got taken was because her mama had locked everybody out the room, and then she died because she was sad that her man was gone or whatever. So she was left because her mama was the only family she had already anyway. So then, she left too, and it's like, well, crap. So don't look at these two little tiny things or this one, because I should have just removed them from the family, but I didn't. So we kind of recreated them. Like I said, they're all in the same place now. They're all in the same place. But yeah, is it a good place? No. Also, I don't blame them, but oh yeah, you'll notice there's art all over. Because Misaki does art also. But yeah, I don't blame and Halle. I wouldn't want to raise all them kids either, especially considering that they had like a huge falling out with him. And then, like, the only good news from that is that from everything that happened, Halle and I found each other. Yay! And they started dating, and then they got married or whatever. So they're married now. So she went from having just the mom to mom and a stepdad to now she got two moms. And none of them are the same people, of course. But yeah. Now she has two moms. They might as well be, because they were making sure she was eating and stuff. She lactose intolerant, so I would be like, oh, I'm gonna cook this. She would not buy anything dairy and would cook her food that excuse me, worked well with her stomach and all this other fun stuff. Like I said, they both helped her decorate this room. And Misaki's also a glutton, so that's also interesting. But anyway, so she was still a kid. She came under their care. They also had Milo, but Milo was a pain in the butt, like a huge pain in the butt. And yeah, Milo got taken. Because sometimes when the kids get taken, I will make a new one of them and pretend like they did not get taken. Like, just pretend. Okay? Because, yeah, sometimes you can't do nothing about them getting taken. So, yeah. So, anyway, Misaki is a teenager now. Well, no, I think she's grown now, actually. I think she's grown. Nope, she's a teenager. What your grades looking like, girl? Oh, B student. Do your homework. And get off I's laptop. So to help cheer her up, they got her a dog, which you can see running around here. Clover. Clover is Misaki's baby. Let's see. So sometime after her mama and Raya died, his ghost came back and was still out here trying to be a womanizer, because that makes sense. They're like, no sir, not interested, even though at one point they would for old time's sake secretly sneak off and be like, okay, sure. They they had a romp or two. I'll admit it, they had a romp or two. But I digress. So then they sitting there, and like I said, they got Misaki. Milo got taken, and they like, we need babies around here. And she's just like, yeah. So they both looked at her like, hey, I don't want to adopt though. It's like, I don't either. Because it's like, if we were going to adopt, we should have just kept them other kids. And she's like, true. So they both decided that they would pick somebody that they trust, and let them pretty much be a donor. And they both, they both did this. And they both ended up pregnant. And, the father choices are kind of interesting. Especially I's, because I's baby Cassie. Cassie's daddy. How about, I'm gonna show you. Cassie's daddy just so happens to stop it. Just so, because for some odd reason he came over and they hit it off really well, really well. So Cassie's daddy just so happens to be Sanemi from Demon Slayer. Sorry, that's funny to me. Also Claire's daddy is this guy who I don't know who he is. He just I just went looking through like they list of friends and stuff to find somebody, and that's who I found. So haha, those are their donor daddies. So yeah, they both had a baby or whatever, and yeah, now they're a little older. Oh wait, y'all older. Hold on, I gotta lock y'all out of everything because I don't trust y'all. Okay. Dun dun dun. I had to replace all the doors at one point. Because the babies like to play in the toilet. I ain't got time. Y'all gotta be smarter before y'all can get them freedoms. I just wanna know how she gonna ask her mama for something if her mama in the room watching TV. That is what I does best, watch TV. Ask for what? I don't know. Why it's so dark in here? They ain't got no lights. They do. And I've never played these children. So, yeah. So they're sisters. Yeah. Yeah, they're sisters. They seem to get along with the ghost in the house. He don't bother them too much, which I'm glad. I don't know if they have any skills. Her imagination almost to level 2. Her thinking is kind of... That's right, talk to each other. Yeah, so they both adopted Misaki as a care dependent is another thing that I forgot to mention. I don't know why, I just feel like throwing that fish in the floor. You can't go in their room, silly head. On purpose. Oh, my back is itching. So that's pretty much all of the drama. Like I said, it involves a lot of people. Like, it took a lot of time, but it's not. It'll take a lot of time to tell it. I'm like, cause yeah, that's about it. This is them now. Like I said, familyless Masaki being raised by Halle and I, who now have their own 2 babies to raise also. But Masaki is a huge help with that because she kind of likes them kids, I guess. Now, why they always trying to go play with the one dollhouse they don't have access to, I never understand. And I'm gonna go play with this thing in this other room that I can't. Like, look at her. I'm gonna go play with this. Girl, you gotta be at work in an hour and you ain't painting nothing. Ooh, not you, Stank. Ooh. She happy, but she stanky. She's interesting, I suppose. Where'd it go? Oh, she got sprayed by a skunk. Oof. Where'd she find one of them bushes at? Can you work as a ghost? Not she naked. Baby badass. I need him to go to work just because he ain't finna watch these kids. What would be a good job for a ghost? I don't know. Be a secret agent. Gonna come back and them kids ain't gonna be they ain't gonna be no good. Hire a nanny. She must be wild. Yep. I'm thinking maybe I don't want anything to do with these kids and I'm about to leave. Yeah. Well, like I said, just a small recap. There originally was 5 roommates. One moved out. Yeah, originally there was 5 roommates. One moved out. They just had 4 for a while. Then they moved the 5th one in. Um, the fifth one, the original roommate really took a liking to her. He tried to marry her. One of the other ones got jealous. I said he's got a couple of kids. Oh, let me see. I guess those are the same ones. That's the same one is that's the same one as Cruz. Yeah. Then he also has Karina and Lil Bitch. Yeah. Which Little Bitch is also at the same house, which is why he has the Nobody last name. Yeah. All the Nobodies are at that same house. Karina is over yonder. Her mama is the one that was like, I got my rich cash cow situation going on. Yeah, so he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. 2, 3. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, Halle and I got together. Then after a while, he died. Masaki's mama died. And then Halle was the first one to take in Masaki because it wasn't her fault that her mama was how she was. And then I also jumped on board with the help Masaki train. And yeah, now they have children of their own. So yeah, that's about it for this house. I'm leaving. I don't know what the nanny's doing. I don't know anything. I don't care. They left these kids there with a ghost who hates children, who died from laughing. That just seems like a horrible idea to me. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna be all for this installment. Next time when we come back, we're going to go to the Sevilla household because we're gonna talk about the first roommate that moved out. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, and on that note, I'm just gonna say bye.